What if everything you've been told about the Great Pyramid of Giza is a lie? Not just a small misinterpretation, but a colossal deception. A veil drawn over the greatest secret in human history. We are taught it was a tomb for a pharaoh, a monument to a king's ego. But this is the story told to children. The truth, however, etched not in fading hieroglyphs, but in the universal and eternal fabric of mathematics and astronomy, is infinitely more profound and perhaps far more terrifying. The Great Pyramid is not a tomb. It's a message, and we are the generation that is finally beginning to read it. For centuries, we've accepted the official narrative. It was built for the pharaoh Khufu around 2560 BC. But consider this: no mummy, no body, not a single trace of a royal burial was ever found inside the Great Pyramid. The central chamber contains a stark granite box, what we call the sarcophagus. But it's a crude, lidless, and completely unadorned box. It's too large to have been brought in through the passageways, meaning it was placed there as the pyramid was being built. The architects of the pyramid were obsessed with a precision that baffles modern engineers. Yet the one thing it was supposedly built for, the king's final resting place, is a rough, unfinished box. Why? It's the first crack in the foundation of the official story, a clue that we are looking at something entirely different. The real language of the pyramids isn't written on the crumbling walls, it's embedded deep within their very design. It's a silent language of numbers. If you take the height of the Great Pyramid and multiply it by 43,200, you get the polar radius of the Earth. If you take the perimeter of its base and multiply it by the same number, you get the equatorial circumference of the Earth. This number, 43,200, is not random. It's derived from a key motion of our planet, the precession of the equinoxes, the slow wobble of the Earth's axis that completes one cycle every 25,920 years. The builders encoded the precise dimensions of our planet into the pyramid, using a key astronomical number. But that's just the beginning. The monument is aligned to true north with a mind-shattering accuracy of just 3/60ths of a degree. An accuracy we, with all our modern technology, struggle to replicate. They aligned this mountain of stone to a concept, true north, with a precision that is almost supernatural. Were they pointing at the stars for a reason? They were. The arrangement of the three main pyramids on the Giza Plateau has long been a source of mystery. They are not in a straight line. The smallest of the three, the Pyramid of Menkaure, is slightly offset. For years, this was dismissed as an error, but in the 1980s, researcher Robert Bauval made a startling discovery. The layout of the three Giza pyramids is a perfect terrestrial map of the three stars in Orion's belt. The size of the pyramids correspond to the brightness of the stars. Their layout on the ground perfectly mirrors their layout in the sky. Even the offset of the third pyramid matches the offset of the third star in the belt. The layout isn't just on the ground, it's a map of the heavens. But what event, what moment in time were they trying to pinpoint? Using computer simulations, astronomers have been able to wind back the stars, and they found that the alignment of the pyramids with Orion's belt was perfect, an exact match in only one specific ancient epoch, the year 10,500 BC, over 8,000 years before the pyramids were supposedly built. This date, 10,500 BC, keeps appearing. It is the key that unlocks the next layer of the message. The pyramid is not just a model of the Earth in space, it is a marker of its location in the galaxy. Its physical location on the globe is itself part of the code. The Great Pyramid sits at the exact center of the Earth's landmass. It is the precise intersection point of the longest line of longitude and the longest line of latitude that can be drawn across the Earth's landmass. The odds of this being a coincidence are astronomical. They place their silent messenger at the literal heart of the world. It's a scale model of our planet, built thousands of years before we officially knew the Earth was round or had any way to map it. How is this possible? And then there is the most unsettling correlation of all. The coordinates of the Great Pyramid are 29.979248 degrees north. The speed of light in a vacuum, one of the most fundamental constants in our universe, is 299,792,458 meters per second. The numbers are, against all statistical probability, identical. This is where coincidence shatters into the realm of impossibility. Could an ancient civilization without electronics and modern physics have known one of the fundamental constants that governs our reality? The message continues inside. For decades, it was believed that the pyramid's internal shafts were for ventilation, but they are not. They are precisely angled astronomical devices. The southern shaft of the king's chamber pointed directly at the star Alnitak, the very star in Orion's belt represented by the Great Pyramid itself, around the time the pyramid was supposedly built. The southern shaft of the queen's chamber pointed to the star Sirius. These weren't air shafts, they were star shafts, locking the building to the cosmos. And now we know there is more, much more. In recent years, an international team of scientists used Muon particle scanning, a form of cosmic ray imaging, to peer inside the pyramid stone. And in 2017, they found something that, according to all existing blueprints, simply shouldn't be there. A massive hidden void, a secret chamber at least 30 meters long sitting right above the Grand Gallery. For centuries, we thought we knew the pyramid's layout, but modern physics has just revealed a secret room the size of an airplane hidden within its stone. What are they hiding in there? This discovery breathes new life into one of the most enduring legends of ancient Egypt, the Hall of Records. A mythical chamber spoken of by mystics and ancient texts, said to house a library of scrolls and artifacts containing the complete history and wisdom of a lost antediluvian civilization. Could this newly found void be the antechamber to something far greater? The legendary library of a civilization that predates our own? Let us connect the threads, a perfect alignment to Orion's belt in the year 10,500 BC. The encoding of advanced geodetic and astronomical data, a structure that sits at the center of the world. What happened in 10,500 BC? This date is not arbitrary. It marks the end of the last ice age. It is the era of the Younger Dryas, a period of immense global cataclysm, of catastrophic climate change, rising sea levels, and mass extinctions. The pyramids don't just point to the stars, they point to a specific moment in time, a time of global catastrophe. Were they memorializing an event? Or were they leaving something more? This wasn't just a memorial, it was a time capsule, a warning. The message is that our world is subject to cycles. Great civilizations can rise, and they can be wiped from the face of the earth in the blink of a geological eye. The builders of the pyramids, whoever they were, experienced such a cataclysm, and they went to impossible lengths to ensure their knowledge would not be lost forever. They built a message that could survive any flood, any earthquake, any war, a message written in the only universal languages that exist, mathematics and astronomy. What if the message is a warning, a timeless instruction manual on how to survive a cyclical, planet-altering event encoded in the universal languages that any sufficiently advanced society could one day decipher? We have spent centuries looking at the Great Pyramid as a relic from the past, a dusty tomb from a primitive culture. We have been profoundly wrong. It is not a message from the past, it is a message for the future, for us. It is a multi-layered, impossibly complex data storage device, a hard drive made of 2.5 million blocks of stone waiting for a civilization with the key to unlock it. We are only now, with our satellites, our computers, and our particle accelerators, beginning to find the first parts of that key. We stand on the shoulders of giants, but what if those giants were trying to tell us something vital, not just about the stars above, but about the very ground beneath our feet? A solemn warning that our time here is not guaranteed, and that the cycles of the cosmos are as indifferent to us as they were to those who came before.